Hi, I'm Seth with Lambda House, and this is the UPONUN Technologies solar LED light with remote control. Let's open up the box and see what's inside. First thing out of the box is the solar panel. It does have some bubble wrap over it for protection. So it is a rather small solar panel, but I think it's a really good size. The specs on it is 6 watt, 6 volt, 1 amp. The cord is quite long. We'll measure that out here in just a bit. And it does have mounting options through this bracket here. That can just be swung down into place so that you can mount this in a place that will get the most sunlight. All right, let's move on to the next item. Inside of this box is the light itself. Also has 2 remote controls in this one. You can also buy one that does not have a remote, so it just comes on whenever the sun goes down. So the light has 60 LEDs on it, and it is waterproof IP67. On the light it just has this really small cord, and it has a mounting bracket that you can use to put this where you need it. Next in the box we have a couple of metal spikes, and these can be used to mount the light in the ground as well as the solar panel. So we'll be checking these out in just a bit. Lastly is just some mounting hardware in case you wanted to put this into a brick wall. You could tap these in, anchor it down, and it will flare out. So I won't be using these, but it could be quite handy to have if you wanted to install this onto a different type of wall. So that's what this one right here. You just screw this down and it will flare out this metal and store it into a concrete or brick wall. And then you got some sheetrock screws or just some regular nuts and bolts here. I've actually already charged this light in the sun for about 6 hours on a really clear day, so it should have enough charge to get us going here. To connect the two, it's very simple. Just put these together and push well enough that you hear that snap. Now it should be good to go. It comes with a set of remotes here. So on the remote there is an on, an auto, and off, and then a bunch of time settings: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then you can set the brightness here: 30%, 60%, 100%. Or you can do a ramp feature down here on the bottom to go from least bright to most bright. There we go. So yes, it does have to be quite dark before this light will come on. So I'm going to turn this to the side so you can see a little bit clearer. And I'm going to go through some of the settings here on the remote. So if I push the brightness setting, it will slowly dim the light. This is the ramp mode. There we go. That's as low as it'll get. So I can go ahead and push the 100%, and it pops back up to full. And if I do the auto, it should come on like normal, and then whenever it sees enough light, it should stop. Sometimes it's tough to show brightness with this camera because it does such a good job with low light. But I'm going to close the door and shine this light here, and we should be able to see most of the shot pretty good on camera. Alright, closing door, and the light is on. Now, one thing I must say about this light is it's very sensitive to things that may be reflecting light on it. So if I have it pointing this way, you'll see it's blinking, but if I point it up, it's not reflecting light off of the work surface. And so like if I took this piece of paper here and got it too close, it would sense just how bright that is and it would turn it off. But as you can see, that is producing a tremendous amount of light. And of course that is at full. Okay, I had it on auto, I had to turn it down to just the on setting. But so that is the lowest light setting, which is still quite bright. And then I can ramp it up here to full. There we go. And as you can see, nice and bright. Got my tape measure out. Just wanted to see how long this cord really is. I didn't see it on the the documentation there. But it looks like it's at least 15 foot long, if not 20. So just wanted to measure this out real quick. Okay, and the answer is 15 feet. It's kind of what I figured there. Let's take this outside and plug up these spikes and see how well this works in the ground. Just going to use this nice soft patch of ground here to place these spikes into for the time being. There we go. Going to unscrew the top of them. Oop, don't lose that washer. Then should just be able to get the light installed easily here. It's pretty quick and painless for that part. See if we can do the same for the solar panel here. Pretty quick and easy to install like that. Now this dirt probably won't hold the panel up for long, especially if there's much wind, but if you were to drive that into some better dirt, I think it would be more than enough to keep this light in place. Let's go ahead and plug this up, let it charge some more, and then tonight when it's dark I will run through the settings again and we can see what it looks like outdoors. I've waited till about 9:20 in the evening. As you can see, it's just barely light out, and I have the solar panel set up. Let's go ahead and push the on button. Ooh, nice and bright. This is full brightness here. Let me show you what it looks like over here in the trees. So pretty bright. If I were to look over here, you can see it's much darker. So let's go ahead and start ramping this down some to, let's do 30%. So that's pretty dark, and back up, and then let's do all the way here. Okay. So yeah, definitely works like that. And then you can push the ramp button here to drop this down slower to find the level you need. Okay, we'll go ahead and push the off button, and then the on button to see if it keeps that lower setting. Yes, does seem to. So let's go ahead and push 100%. Very nice. Okay, in the instruction booklet it says that this can pick up from up to 62 feet away. I'm going to walk down the hill real quick and see how far away I can get this to work. So I'm going to say that's about 30 feet. Let's see here. Okay, I'm pushing the off button right at it and not getting anything. To perhaps make this a better test, I have faced the light directly down my walkway, so we can walk out a distance here and check this out again. So I'm going to come down pretty far to what I would consider to be about 50 feet here. Alright, that's pretty close. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's do on again. It's very touchy at this distance. Alright, so we are now, I'm going to say about 60 feet based on the length of my house here. I'm going to point this right at it. Nice. Okay, let's try the on. Yep, okay. So, we're going to go beyond what it says in the instruction manual and go the full 75 feet here and point real carefully. Yeah, I'm not getting it. Nope. Okay. So yeah, 75 feet is too far, but if you were a good 30 feet up here, I think you're going to be much better off. Yeah, easy. My house is 75 feet long, and that's how I was able to judge the distance that I was using the remote control. It seemed like at about the 60-foot mark, you had to aim the remote pretty accurately onto the light to get it to work. But the closer you got, the less direct you had to be. And it worked out pretty good, I thought. But after about 60 feet, it just didn't pick up at all. So as the instruction book says, 62 feet max. I think it's spot on. It's very bright. My wife was inside and she said, I could definitely see that from in the house. So nice and bright. It will run all night long. If you use the auto feature, the middle button on the remote, so you turn the light on, then you push auto, and it will come on whenever it is dark enough for the sensor to pick up that it is night. And then it'll just run all night long and be charged back the next day. Even on a fairly cloudy day, it will charge some. I've had this out for a couple of days now. And you can see even here inside the shop, the little light is on saying that it is getting some charge on it. One note to mention, the instruction says that it can be an indoor-outdoor light, but if the solar panel is receiving light, the light's not going to turn on. So you have to make sure you use this indoors at night if you're going to be doing an indoor install of this light. I hope you've enjoyed this quick first look of this light. I have an Amazon link in the description down below. Go check out that page, and if you've enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye.